Hi there, this is Jennifer with Brome Fields, and today we're going to be working on the Serpent rib stitch. And this is a cable stitch, but it's just knitted backwards. I thought this was just a really neat stitch, and if you've been following along on my 100 Days of Knit Stitches, this does not have anything new in it. You want to cast on in multiples of 6, so I have 18 stitches on my needle. And I'm using Lion Brand Woolies Thick and Quick yarn. And it's an 8-row repeat, so not too bad. So row 1, we're going to purl the first stitch. And then we will start our repeat of knit 4, purl 2. Purl 2. So the cable is 4 stitches, and then you're purling 2 stitches in between each cable. So you can easily adjust the pattern if you want more or less between you, and then we're just going to purl 1 for that last stitch. Row 2, which is the back side of the work, we're going to knit 1, purl 4, and then knit 2. So we're knitting our knits and purling the purls on the back row. So rows 2, 4, 6, and 8, all even rows, will be knit the knits and purl the purls. And then we're going to knit that last stitch. So row 3, we're going to do a cable. We're going to purl this first stitch. And I like to pull my cable through so I don't lose that first stitch. And we're actually going to hold it in the front. And we're going to slip 2 stitches off and hold them into the back of the work. Bring my stitch back forward. Then we're going to knit the 2 stitches off of the needle. And then we're going to bring cable needle to the front. Then we're going to knit the 2 stitches off of the cable needle. So that's cable 4 back, because we're using a total of 4 stitches. And then we're going to purl the 2 stitches in between, and then we're going to repeat that cable 4 into the back of the work. So holding your right hand needle in the front, we're going to slip 2 stitches off onto the cable needle. We're going to knit 2 stitches. And then we're going to bring that cable needle to the front and knit 2 stitches off of it. Then we're going to purl the 2 in between the cables, and we're going to cable 1 more time, holding those in the front so we can slip these off and hold them in the back. Knit 2. And then again with that last stitch, I'm going to pull my cable through so I don't lose it. And then knit the 2 off of my cable needle. And we're working with cables and cables, so it makes it a little confusing. And then we're just going to purl this last stitch. So that was our cable row. Now we're going to knit the knits and purl the purls. So we're going to knit 1, purl 4, and then knit 2, purl 4, knit 2, And then we're going to knit that last stitch. All right, so now we're ready for row 5, which is the same as row 1. We're going to purl the first stitch, and then we're going to start our repeat of knit 4, purl 2. Knit 4, purl 2, knit 4, and then we're going to just purl that last stitch. And then row 6 is the same as row 2, knitting the knits and purling the purls. Knit 2, yeah, purl 4. Knit 2, and purl 4. And then knit the last stitch. Row 7 is going to be a cable row, like row 3. But instead of cabling into the back, we're going to cable into the front. So we're going to purl this first stitch and pull the needle through. We're going to leave it in the back. We're going to slip 2 stitches and hang them in the front on that cable needle. Then we're going to knit 2 stitches off of our working needle. And then we're going to knit these 2 stitches off the cable needle. And then we're going to repeat. Purl 2. And then hang that in the back. Slip 2 stitches off. Hang them in the front. Knit 2 stitches off your needles, and then knit 2 off the cable needle. And repeat. And purl 2. And cable for front. We're going to hold those 2 into the back. Slip the 2 stitches off, hold them in the front. Knit 2. I'm going to pull that needle through so I don't lose that stitch. I'm crossing those and knit the 2 off the cable. And then purl that last stitch. Row 8 is the same as row 2, where you knit your knits and purl the purls. So I'm going to end this here with that cable row. And you can see how it's called a serpent. Those stitches kind of bulge up a little bit and give it a nice little wave. So that's a very neat stitch. That is called the serpent rib because we have this rib stitch in between our serpents. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's new stitch and hope to see you guys again next time. Thank you so much for watching.